Hermione sits with piles of paper in front of her in Harry's messy office. She is slowly sorting through it all. Harry enters in a rush. He is bleeding from a gaze on his cheek. Hermione, how did it go? Harry, it was true. Hermione, Theodore not. Harry, in custody. Hermione, and the time turner itself? Harry reveals the time turner. It shines out alluringly. Is it genuine? Does it work? It's not just an or reversal turner, it goes back further. Harry, we don't know anything yet. I wanted to try it out there and then, but wiser heads prevailed. Hermione, well, now we have it. Harry, and now you want to keep it. Hermione, I don't think we have a choice. Look at it. It's entirely different to the time turner I had. Harry dryly. Apparently, wizardry has moved on since we were kids. Hermione, you are bleeding. Harry checks his face in the mirror. He dabs at the wound with his ropes. Don't worry, it will go with the scar. Harry, with a grin. What you doing in my office, Hermione? Hermione, I was anxious to hear about Theodore Nott and thought I would check. Rather, you had kept your promise and were on top of your paperwork, Harry. Turns out I am not, Hermione. No, you are not. Harry, how can you get any work done in this chaos? Harry waves his wand and the papers and books transform into neat piles. Harry smiles. Harry, no longer chaotic, Hermione, but still ignored. You know there is some interesting stuff in here. There are mountain trolls riding griffons through Hungary. There are giants with wing tattoos on their backs walking through the Greek seas, and the werewolves have gone entirely underground. Harry, great, let's get out there. I will get the team together. Hermione, Harry, I get it. Paperwork is boring. Harry, not for you. Hermione, I am busy enough with my own. These are people and beasts that fought alongside Voldemort in the great wizarding wars. These are allies of darkness. This combined with what we have just unearthed at Theodore North could mean something, but if the head of magical law enforcement isn't reading his files, Harry. But I don't need to read it. I'm out there hearing about it. Theodore Nord, it was me who heard the rumors about the time turner and me who acted upon it. You really don't need to tell me off. Hermione looks at Harry. This is tricky. Hermione, do you fancy a toffee? Don't tell Ron. Harry, you are changing the subject. Hermione, I truly am. Toffee. Harry can't. We are off sugar at the moment. Beat. You know you can get addicted to that stuff. Hermione, what can I say? My parents were dentists. I was bound to rebel at some point. 40 is leaving it a little late, but you have just done a brilliant thing. You're certainly not being told off. I just need you to look at your paperwork every now and again. That's all. Consider this a gentle nudge from the Ministry for Magic. Harry hears the implication in her emphasis. He nods. How is Ginny? How is Albus? Harry. It seems I am as good as fatherhood at as am I at paperwork. How is Rose? How is Hugo? Hermione with a grin. You know, Ron says he thinks I see more of my secretary Ethel, she indicates of, than him. Do you think there is a point where we made a choice? Parent of the year or ministry official of the year? Go on, go home to your family, Harry. The Hogwarts Express is about to depart for another year. Enjoy the time you have got left and then come back here with a fresh head and get these files read. Harry, you really think this could all mean something? Hermione with a smile. It could do, but it does. We will find a way to fight it, Harry. We always have. She smiles once more, pops a toffee in her mouth, and leaves the office. Harry is left alone. He packs his bag, he walks out of the office and down a corridor. the weight of the world upon his shoulders. He walks tied into a telephone box. He dials 62442. Telephone box. Farewell, Harry Potter. He ascends away from the Ministry of Magic. Albus can't sleep. He's sitting at the top of the stairs. He hears voices below him. We hear Harry's voice before he is revealed. An elderly man in a wheelchair is with him. Amos Diggory. Harry. Amos, I understand. I really do. But I am only just home and Amos. I have tried to make appointments at the ministry. They say, "Oh, Mr. Diggory, we have an appointment for you. Let's see in 2 months." I wait very patiently, Harry, and coming to my house in the middle of the night when my kids are just getting ready for their new year at school, it's not right. Amos, 2 months pass. I received an owl, Mr. Diggory. I am awfully sorry, but Mr. Potter has been called away on urgent business. We are going to have to shift things around a little. Are you available for an appointment in, let's see, 2 months' time? And then it repeats again and again. You are shutting me out. Harry, of course I'm not. It's just I'm afraid. As head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement, I'm responsible. Amos, there's plenty you are responsible for. Harry, sorry. Amos, my son Cedric. You do remember Cedric, don't you? Harry, remembering Cedric hurts him. Yes, I remember your son, his loss. Amos, Voldemort wanted you, not my son. You told me yourself. The words he said were, "Kill the spear." The spear. My son, my beautiful son was a spear. Harry, Mr. Diggory, as you know, I sympathize with your efforts to memorialize Cedric, but Amos, a memorial? I'm not interested in a memorial, not anymore. I am an old man, an old dying man, and I am here to ask you, beg you, to help me get him back. Harry looks up astonished. Harry, get him back? Amos, that's not possible. Amos, the ministry has a time turner, does it not? Harry, the time turners were all destroyed, Amos. The reason I am here with such urgency is I have just heard a rumor, a strong rumor, that the ministry seized an illegal time turner from Theodore Nord and has kept it for investigation. Let me use that time turner. Let me have my son back. There is a long, deadly pause. Harry is finding his extremely difficult. We watch as Albus moves closer, listening. Harry, Amos playing with time. You know we can't do that. Amos, how many people have died for the boy who lived? I am asking you to say one of them. This hurts Harry. He thinks his face hardens. Harry, whatever you have heard, the Theodore Nott story is a fiction, Amos. I'm sorry. Delphi. Hello. Albus jumps a smile as Delphi, a 20 something determined looking woman, is revealed, looking through the stairs at him. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to startle. I used to be a big stair listener myself. Sitting there waiting for someone to say something the teeniest bit interesting. Albus, who are you? Because this is sort of my house and Delphi. I am a thief, of course. I'm about to steal everything you own. Give me your gold, your wand, and your chocolate frogs. She looks fierce and then smiles. Either that or I am Delphine Diggory. She ascends the stair and sticks out a hand. Delphi, I look after him, Amos. Well, I try, she indicates. Amos, and you are? Albus. Rueful grin. Albus. Delphi, of course, Albus Potter. So Harry is your dad. That's a bit wow, isn't it? Albus, not really. Delphi, have I just put my foot in it? It's what they used to say about me at school. Delphine Diggory. There isn't a hole she couldn't dig herself into. Albus, they do all sorts with my name too. Pause. She looks at him carefully. Amos. Delphi. She makes to depart and then hesitates. She smiles at Albus. Delphi. We don't choose who we are related to. Amos isn't just my patient, he is my uncle. It's part of the reason I took the job at Upper Flegley. But that's made it difficult. It's tough to live with people stuck in the past, isn't it? Amos, Delphi, Albus Upper Flagley, Delphi, St. Oswald's home for old witches and wizards. Come see us sometime if you like. Most Delphi. She smiles and then trips as she travels down the stairs. She enters the room with Amos and Harry in it. Albus watches her. Delphi, yes, uncle. Amos, meet the once great Harry Potter, now a stone cold ministry man. I will leave you in peace, sir, if peace is the right word for it. Delphi, my chair. Delphi, yes, uncle. Amos is pushed out of the room. Harry is left looking forlorn. Albus watches on, thinking carefully. Harry and Ginny Potter's house, Albus's room. Albus is sitting on the bed as the world goes on outside his door. Still against the constant motion outside, we hear a roar from James from off. Ginny, James, please ignore your hair and tidy that damn room. James, how can I ignore it? It's pink. I'm going to have to use my invisibility clock. James appears at the door. He has pink hair. Ginny, that's not why your dad gave you that clock. Lily, who is seen my potion book? Ginny, Lily Potter, don't think you are wearing those to school tomorrow. Lily appears at Albus's door. She is wearing fairy wings that flutter. Lily, I love them. They're fluttery. She exits and Harry appears in Albus's doorway. He looks through. Harry, hi. There is an awkward pause between them. Ginny appears in the doorway. She sees what's happening and stays a moment. Just delivering a pre-Hogwarts gifts. Gifts Ron sent this. Albus, okay, I love potion. Okay, Harry, I think it's a joke about. I don't know what. Lily got farting gnomes. James got a comb that's made his hair turn a shade of pink. Ron, well, Ron's is Ron, you know. Harry puts down Albus's love potion on his bed. I also, this is from me. He reveals a small blanket. Ginny looks at it. She sees Harry is trying and then she softly walks away. Albus, an old blanket? Harry, I thought a lot about what to give you this year, James. Well, James has been going on about the invisibility clock since time itself, and Lily, I knew she would love wings, but you are 14 years old now, Albus, and I wanted to give you something which meant something. This is the last thing I had from my mom, the only thing I was given to the Dursleys wrapped in it. I thought it had gone forever, and then when your great aunt Petunia died, hidden amongst her possessions, surprisingly, Dudley found this and he kindly sent it on to me. And ever since then, well, any time I have wanted luck, I have found it and just tried to hold it. And I wondered if you, Albus, wanted to hold it too. Okay, done. Let's hope it brings me luck. I certainly need some. He touches the blanket, but you should keep it, Harry. I think, believe Petunia wanted me to have it. That's why she kept it. And I wanted you to have it from me. I didn't really know my mother, but I think she would have wanted you to have it too. And maybe I could some come find you and it on Halloween's Eve. I would like to be with you it on that night. They died, and that could be good for the two of us. Albus, listen, I've got quite a lot of packing to do, and you undoubtedly have ministry work coming out of your ears. So, Harry, Albus, I want you to have the blanket, Albus, and do what with it? Fairy wings make sense, Dad. Invisibility clocks, they also make sense, but this. Really? Harry is slightly heartbroken. He looks at his son, desperate to reach out. Albus, I would want a hand packing. I always loved packing. I mean, I was leaving private drive and going back to Hogwarts, which was, well, I know you don't love it, but Albus, for you, it's the greatest place on earth. I know. The poor orphan bullied by his uncle and Aunt Dursley. Harry, Albus, please, can we just. Albus, traumatized by his cousin Dudley, saved by Hogwarts. I know it all, Dad. Blah, blah, blah. Harry, I'm not going to rise to your bait, Albus Potter. Albus, the poor orphan who went to save us all. So may I say, on behalf of visiting kind, how grateful we are for your heroism. Should we bow now or will a courtesy do? Harry, Albus, please, you know I have never wanted gratitude. Albus, but right now I am overflowing with it. It must be the kind gift of this moldy blanket that did it. Harry, moldy blanket? Albus, what did you think would happen? We would hug. I would tell you I always loved you. What? What? Harry finally losing his temper. You know what? I'm done with being responsible for your unhappiness. At least you've got a dad because I didn't, okay? Albus, and you think that was unlucky? I don't. Harry, you wish me dead? Albus, no, I just wish you weren't my dad. Harry saying red. Well, there are times I wish you weren't my son. There is a silence. Albus nods. Pause. Harry realizes what he has said. No, I didn't mean that, Albus. Yes, you did. Harry. Albus, you just know how to get under my skin, Albus. You meant it, Dad, and honestly, I don't blame you. There is a horrible pause. You should probably leave me alone now, Harry. Albus, please. Albus picks up the blanket and throws it. It collided with Ron's love potion and it spills all over the blanket and the bed, producing a small puff of smoke. Albus, no luck or love for me. Then Albus moves out of the room. Harry goes after him. Harry, Albus, Albus, please.